Hi, my name is Megan Morris from MHM Professional Staging, and I am here to talk to you today about 5 things that really turn off home buyers when they're looking at your home. When you get your home ready for sale, you have to really look at it objectively. You are now positioning your house in the market to be for sale, and you need to look at it through the buyer's eyes. Buyers have a whole list of what they want in a house, and so we need to keep your home as neutral as possible and open to as many people's imaginations as you can. There are certain things that are big turnoffs for people. The first one being clutter. Clutter is something that when people come into a house and they see too many things, it's overstimulating for them, and they can't imagine their own stuff being in the house. There's too much of it everywhere, and people have a really difficult time relating to a house that's too cluttered. They also tend to think of it, if it's really cluttered, as being unkept, that there could be things falling apart in the house, that it's not well maintained. So you have to think about what the buyers could be thinking about. The next item is personalized decor. This is a big one because people have a very difficult time when they're going into a house and there's a big red wall, for example, or something that's very bold, and it very much suits you but it might not suit the buyer. They don't think about it only costs a little bit for a new gallon of paint to repaint the wall. They're thinking about, oh, I've got all this work to do, I'm going to need to repaint, and if it's a bold wallpaper, they're going to think, oh, I need to remove all the wallpaper, it's going to take a long time. It's so much easier for people to relate to a neutral palette. So really think twice when you want to put in something very bold if you're going to be sticking around for a while, because that's a really tough thing for people to get by. Odors are another big problem for buyers. When they go through a home, there's a lot of different things that turn off buyers. Tobacco smoke, really heavy cooking smells, pet odors. The other big one is the smell of some of the air fresheners that might be really powerful. People might think that there's something else going on that you're trying to cover up. Smells of mildew or mold, that any of those damp smells that you can tell as soon as you walk in a house that it's been vacant for a long time, or there could be a leak somewhere. It just signals that this house needs to be maintained, and it hasn't been for a long time. That's some of the things that are going to come into people's minds when they smell a house with those odors. I notice it right away. We all notice it right away. We walk in someone else's home, but we become immune to it in our own homes, especially with pets, because we love our pets, and so we don't even notice that the house can start smelling like, you know, a golden retriever or whatever. So it's really important to take an objective look at the odors that are in your home and address them. A lot of things can be fixed with a coat of paint or deep cleaning. Cleaning is just, I can't get over how important that is to buyers. So if it's a very well cleaned house, you shouldn't have that much odor, but if there is a problem that needs to be addressed, it's better to do it now. If there is a mildew issue or a mold issue, get it taken care of, get it fixed, and address the problems, because a lot of people say, well, I'll get it, you know, I'll just give them an allowance for it down the line. They're going to think it's worse. They're going to think that if they smell a little mildew, they're going to think that the whole house has mold, and they'll think it's toxic mold. So you want to make sure that you are addressing everything and your house looks its best and it smells its best when they walk inside the door. Lighting is also a very big component when you're staging a house. You want to let all the light in. And it's funny because I've had this conversation with clients all the time. When you look outside, they've got these beautiful trees, and they're in front of the windows, and they add so much privacy to the house. But unfortunately, they might be creating a dark room inside. So you have to think differently when you're selling your house. A lot of times I recommend raising the canopies and trimming the trees to let in more light, because when they come into a house, they want to see everything, for one thing, and they also want to feel that it feels bigger when it's light and bright. When a house is very dark, it tends to make it look smaller, and it's not as welcoming as it is when it's a very light and bright house. Another important thing I always recommend doing is making sure all the light bulbs are the same wattage. When you walk into a house and there's yellow lighting in one area and there's real white bright lighting in the other, and then so you want to make sure that it's all very uniform, and that they're at the highest wattage that is acceptable, that's still safe. So you want to make sure it's as well lit as possible, and sometimes you might have to bring in artificial lighting. If it's a very dark house, as far as, like, you know, the dark paneling, dark floors, and there's just not a lot of natural light in that area, that might be a place where you put a floor lamp in, or you add a couple more lights or lamps, and just try to think of all different ways you can do to lighten and brighten up your house. Stains and damages are a red flag to buyers. Nobody wants to buy a money pit. No matter how good of a deal they think it is, I still do not want to buy a money pit. So you want to make sure you address everything, the small items, the big ones obviously, and take a lot of extra time to look at your house objectively again and notice all the little things. You know, you don't always notice them when you live in a house. We put up with a lot because everyday things just come into play. We have families to take care of, and you've got work to do. So a lot of times those little things end up getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So you have to look at your house very differently when you're selling it, and you have to go through and take care of all those little things that you've put off for a long time. The recaulking, repainting, touching up, fixing floorboards, and the landscaping, just about everything needs an overhaul. So taking the time to go through your home objectively and fix everything that needs to be done and take care of all those little things that turn off buyers is going to be the best thing you can do for your house to get more money and sell your house faster. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you like more information, please check out our website, which is www.professionalstaging.com. Thank you.